producer over here kicking some ass.
Scott, by the way, man, thanks for coming last minute, bro.
Are you kidding me? I got the call and it was an honor and a privilege. And what a setting to be in. Are you kidding me? This is an adult man's fantasy land.
Adult man fantasy land.
I mean, do you want this Ferrari, that Ferrari? Or should I take the Mustang, a little Shelby? Or you know what, I'm going to take the back.
Hey, man, that's what we be saying. Sign the Blaze. You get some of the food, too, right?
Oh, no, not yet, but we're working on that. We're not there. I've been running all day. I had to put in work at the store.
So the store, speaking of that, man, that's one of the main things I wanted to talk to you about. What, Scott, how did you get into this, man? I mean, I know about you, but tell us a little bit about you, man.
Oh, well, see, my name is Scott Gochai. I'm a second-generation business owner in the city of Wayne, Michigan. My family immigrated from Kosovo in, 1979, and my mom and dad owned a restaurant on Michigan Avenue called Omega Restaurant, which had a liquor license that they never really utilized. They were foreigners. They didn't know, they were innocent. But they always paid that renewal fee because when the bill came, that's what my dad did. He paid his bills. So when we got older, we had a building that they acquired 4 doors down because they wanted to expand and put a bakery room in, which used to be the old Funny Farm. And those of you that are a little older know about the Funny Farm. It's a nostalgic facility. Errol Smith played there. Bob Seger played there. Janis Joplin. Iggy Pop got a black eye in the building. He did, bro. He got socked at his concert. There's a building that my brother owns now, the US 12,
You're kidding.
No, it's fucking phenomenal. He just redid the place, put all this historical stuff up in there.
Really? The same place I ate with you at?
Correct. The same place I took you to.
I just wanted to make sure in my head I knew the place. So that's right downtown Wayne.
Yes, sir.
So your dispo is kind of located not right downtown, but it's not a far drive from downtown.
No, the dispo is located right on the outskirts where the cities are connected. Between Romulus, Canton, and Belleville over there.
No shit.
Yeah, and it's the closest one to Metro Airport, and at the time it's the closest one to Toledo. So
What have you seen? What is the average? I mean, is there a normal type of person that comes in? Do you see all demographics, all age?
Oh man, we've been blessed. We see all sorts of people, demographically, from age to ethnicity to race to everything. And it's great because the best thing about the cannabis industry, Jay, as you know yourself, is everybody's friendly.
Yeah, everyone is. That is so true, man. People come in. The nice thing about it is, I look at it this way, bro. So there's a lot of places if you wake up in the morning, you got to go to the Secretary of State. That's a miserable ass experience. You got to go to Walmart. You're usually not too excited. You got to go to the pot shop. It's all right. You start thinking about what you want to get. To me, I've always connected that to a good time. So I feel like it would be a good business, like a dispensary front. I've never been involved in a dispensary front. I feel like that would be a cool ass angle. I know the angle I get to work in processing, being involved with that, I have a great time.
Yeah.
You see, we have a great workplace.
What a great place, great team. You guys are doing it right over here.
It comes down to the team 100%, man. Blaze is putting together a killer team over here. It's gonna be an interesting thing. We're blessed to be able to work with people like you. Being able to have shelf space in your store and seeing the products move through there. What you smoke? Is that your favorite way to consume? Or?
Oh yeah, I smoke, and we're thankful to be working with good guys like you guys. You're fair, you're honest, you're reliable, and you're true. And that's what us shop owners want. Somebody who's consistency that you can trust and count on.
The consistency. So that's an interesting topic. In Michigan, I feel like consistency's been probably one of the hardest things for brands to maintain and do.
Well, I don't know if you want to talk about the consistency of the product or the pricing. That's been the hardest part for people like me as the shop owners. The roller coaster ride that the prices went on during that distillate crisis.
So for you getting into this, and just hypothetically, or actually, I'll ask straight up, you didn't own a store in the caregiver area.
No.
So your only play was in the legal area.
Yeah.
Seeing the prices in any other business you've ever been in, have you ever seen prices? I mean, you said you've done in the liquor business. Was the liquor business ever that way with prices, or was it kind of just a set price?
It's a great comparison because I always tend to rely back on my background from the food and beverage. And we're going to US 12, but the liquor business was consistent. You knew, and if they were going to give you a price like they gave you 6 months notice, hey, in 6 months the price is changing on this product from this price to that, and it was gradual. It was nothing the way it went over here. I'm still sitting on $32 half gram carts I bought. You know, who wants to buy a cart for, that I paid $32 for now?
It's a crazy air. So coming from an air, Scott, like, can I ask you how old you are? Is that okay to ask?
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. I'm thankful to be my age. The good Lord's let me be 44 years old, and I look forward to being 100, God willing.
So coming from an air, 20 years ago, you've been smoking cannabis for 20 years?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is it wild now? I know I talked to you earlier, you said you were at a grow facility. What is the feeling, from 20 years ago to now? Is it just mind-blowing?
Oh, man, are you kidding me? It's fucking crazy. It's like a movie, because back then it was, you knew somebody that knew some shit, and you had to keep that shit quiet because you had the plug. You know what I mean? And people always wanted to get to the plug, but you always protected it because it was always a risky situation. This world now, per se, I advertise who I get the good shit from. You go on to michigansfinest.com and you see something you like that you buy from me consistently, you know who's producing it. I look at everybody as a team member. Your product backs up who you are.
That's a very great way to put it, man. So when we talk about products, what is at MI's Finest? What are some hot products? I mean, is it are you guys a heavy flower store? Do we see a lot of edibles? I feel like we've
been blessed. When you called me and you invited me on this show, simultaneously tonight is the eve of my 8-month anniversary.
8 months.
8 months.
So that's total. The store's been open because I know you started out medical, right?
Yes, sir.
Just to give a little background, you had to go through the process.
Correct.
How long were you medical for?
We were medical for 30 days. We opened on 7/10/20. We opened during the pandemic. Everything that we worked for and prepared for and busted our butts to make for everyone to come inside and see, unfortunately didn't come to light because when we opened up there was COVID and nobody could come in. Our facility was, we have staff members that have family members with underlying conditions, so we didn't want to take any chance of bringing somebody in.
So you opened when your store opened, COVID was in full swing.
Yeah.
Mask rules, shut down. So you went right to curbside.
Yeah. Truthfully, curbside's been a blessing from the state. I mean, I can't be the only facility owner and operator that thinks or feels that. Our number one thing that we work with our clientele that comes to our place under the curbside is we go out of our way for the customer service and the customer experience. We're out there with iPads. Our cannabis consultants are talking to you individually, addressing what you want, feeling your, directional.
So not to stop you, but I really like how you said that. You didn't call them bud tenders. You didn't call them, cash out clerks. You called them, what was it one more time?
Cannabis consultants.
So to you, that's can you describe to people what that is to you? What
to
like
me,
in your store, when you say that, what does that mean? If I come to your store, I'm going to be served by, what does that mean?
A sense of pride, somebody that I trust and believe in. My team, I've always said it and I say it to them all the time, I put them against anybody. My team shows up for me on an everyday basis and they put out. They care about each interaction, they care about each package they're packaging. I mean, our consistency and our drive-through to make sure that our customer experience is bar none, top one, we give that away for free. We genuinely care about each interaction and everybody we deal with.
So you guys focus on the experience of like the overall interaction.
100%. I'm in it for the long-term run. I'm not looking for one-offs, people that are just looking for some, the dope man days. So I offer consistency.
So let's say, we're just hypothetically speaking, a new person's watching, listening, tunes in, here's the podcast. What is your store going to offer that the next stores don't offer? Is there something unique? Do you guys try to structure something towards them? I mean, what is it that makes MI's Finest MI's Finest?
Well, MI's Finest is all about you people. Anytime I can get a good deal from guys like this or somebody else I deal with, I automatically pass it down to you.
So great pricing is something that they can always expect out of the MI's Finest.
Huge. You can rely on it. Truthfully, I work so hard on my price point that it's usually the best deal out available. If you go out and you're just bored and you're smoking the joint, start shopping prices with my store's prices and a lot of other people's prices. You'd be surprised it's consistency. Right now I got a $25 eighth going on the recreational side. That's my goal to do, is to take care of the streets. You don't have to hit everybody over the head.
So in your experience of like working there with COVID, you're not able to let people are coming inside now?
No.
Still not inside?
No.
So I would feel like the number one challenge would be like, do people feel like they can't smell the weed? What is the way that you overcome that? Is there a way?
Oh yeah, I tell them the truth. Nothing's better than the truth, ladies and gentlemen. All it does is help you. I tell them, buy a gram. If you're not happy with that gram, don't buy anything. And I tell them, if you don't like that gram, come back and I'll give you something else that I choose for you. And I've yet to be called out on it. We go out of our way to take care of our product. We do a deli side.
And I ask it only because we look at like a new buyer coming in, right? A lot of them don't have experience with flower. A lot of people use their senses to make their first choice. I know when I got into cannabis, we were able to smell every jar. I mean, it's a different world now, given because of COVID. But I just ask how do you supplement that experience. I mean, that's totally awesome.
I love this.
It's backed by.
This is the best question you could answer me, because you know why? I get to brag about my team. From the top tier of my team, from my vice president, which happens to be my daughter. We're a family-owned and family-operated business over there. My daughter's 23. I'm a graduate from Michigan State, and she's been a fucking beast for me over there. I mean, from day one, I thank God for her for what she's done for me. And we're killing it with the customer experience. And what we do is we earn their trust by looking them in the eye and telling them the truth. If I have a cheap product that we don't stand behind, I look somebody in the eye and I tell them, yeah, this is why it's on special, because we really didn't care for it that much. It was a buy we got. Now we know what it is. Now we got to push through it. There's nothing wrong with the truth.
I like that. So let's change course just a tiny bit. Let me just ask you a hypothetical question. So as you can see, we have multiple brands we're about to come out with. If I said to you, Scott, what is missing in the industry right now in the terms of a product, what would your answer be? And feel free to give me a couple. Whether it's tincture, capsules, whatever it is. If I told you, Scott, we could have Antidote come out with any product you want, what would you pick for it as a store owner?
Oh man, that's like a tricky question now, because the cannabis industry right now it's really turned into a buffet.
We're not lacking flour.
Yeah, you're not lacking flour. By all means, God bless. I mean, as a store operator, the flour prices have been the best. That's why I've been able to pass it down. But tinctures would be great. A lot of people are into the tinctures and they want different options as far as, to take care of ailments that are bothering them. I mean, that's what started this whole movement, was the medical movement. And I think it's something we should stay focused on, because we all know so many people that were addicted to opiates that are no longer addicted to opiates because of what the medical marijuana and the recreational marijuana industry has done. It helps people genuinely. It has changed the world. I mean, big business has been against it because they were losing money on it and they weren't in on it. Well, it's time for the little guy to finally get his chance to become big.
That's great. I agree. So what are some top products at MI's Finest?
Well, we're banging out a lot of fuego, I can tell you that.
My man, I love it.
The truth is truth. I mean, numbers speak themselves. From our cartridges to the gummies, people are loving them. The team is quite fond of the cherry slushies.
As you see, we keep it on the table.
Well, myself, I'm a flower guy, as you asked me earlier, because as you can see, I'm a little big, and I got no self-control. I can't eat a little bit of anything.
A little bit. I feel you, man. If you eat the 200s, it can change the outlook of the day real quick.
So I don't take the chances. I keep it old. I just smoke it and enjoy it.
Are pre-rolls, with COVID and curbside, are pre-rolls something that you go through a lot? Has that been a real big market for you?
Phenomenal, Jane. To be honest with you, I've noticed that a lot of people have really become accustomed to it, especially during my day clientele. People that I catch in motion, that I feel are at work or in transition. It's a good thing for everyone.
Have you seen the quality of products out here go up since you've opened to today?
Yeah, people have gotten better at what they do, because the game has gotten tighter. Either you step up or you're going to get stepped over.
So not taking shots at anyone in any sort of way, but I'm going to ask hypothetically. Michigan brand, out-of-state brand. Which one interests you more in looking into it? And it can be the out-of-state because they're a bigger name, but I feel like you're more of the local guy.
Well, I like local consistency. I like face-to-face. I like being able to talk to somebody when there's a problem or knowing when something's going on and, handling shit direct. Out-of-states is different for me. I'm always rooting for the home team. You know what I mean? Just like my team's knocked out of the playoffs, I root for my division.
So basically, you'd rather see a local team come up that's more consistent, able to work with you head than someone who's managed, so to speak, like out of state.
Yeah, because it's more beneficial for myself and my team and my dream. Because the local guy's around more, he can do more and he'll help me push more. The out-of-state guy is just pushing numbers. I'm not mad at him for doing his job, but I got to make the best choice for myself and my team and my customers, my operation, with what I have to work with, all the different options I have to choose from. Yeah,
Is there any? I had to light it back up. Is there any plans of an expansions that you can speak of? And if you can't speak of it, that's totally fine.
Well, dare to dream. Look where we're at now. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are.
So there's hopes to possibly we could see more MI's finest in the future.
I'd rather tell you about it when it's a for sure thing than what.
Hey, I just like to always hear, man. That's good to hear. Always pushing forward.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you do delivery?
Not yet. As I told you, we were just hitting our 8-month anniversary. And as an operator, I decided that I didn't want to take off more than I could handle. I figured I wanted to be good at what I was doing before I tried to take on another venture. An aspect of it.
Yeah, learn one beast before you attempt to take on the other.
That's it. So it's in the works and it's right around the corner. So we're coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, you still got to come to us, but trust me, we take care of you. If you pre-order with us, we really get people in and out within 2 to 5 minutes.
Really? That is the average turnaround time at this.
Yeah.
2 to 5 minutes.
Start a stopwatch. Come live and see if it don't work.
Come live and see.
You're getting a lot of love for that right now.
People so that's a great. What do you think are the most important things to a consumer? Let's go with top 3 in your experience.
Top 3 for the consumer. All right. Scott Gochai's top 3 for the consumer.
Live on blazecana.
Live on blazecana. Here we go. It's going to be price, consistency, and quality. I use that as one because it's the same thing. The product's got to be consistent, and service.
Service, okay.
Yeah, well, to me, time falls under service. But if you're getting curbside service, we don't rush that experience. We'll sit out there for a half hour, 45 minutes, if you need. Whatever it calls for. But if you're a consumer that knows what you want in a busy schedule and you got to go where you're going, if you order an MI-finest, you'll see your order. When you check in with our security, they'll call you in, put you in your parking spot. We'll have you in and out in 2 to 5 minutes. Start the stopwatch. My team's the best. I love them. They've been so good to me. I
hope people take that challenge. I want people to take that challenge. Let's do that.
Well, I'm not trying to get too kidding, but I do want you all. Truth is truth.
No,
you know what I mean?
Let me honestly no. So you're fast. Either way, even if it's not 2 to 5
minutes. Well, it ain't me. It ain't me.
Bullshit. It's not you. I've seen you working there.
Well, I bust my ass because I can't. My team supports me. They believe in my dream, which is their dream. We're making it together. What good's a hand with no fingers?
But my point is, you actually work with your crew. I've seen you physically there, hold up, and you've been there working.
For sure, bro.
You told me hold on.
I put in work. I take pride in what happens over there. I care about everything, whether you're my smallest customer or my biggest.
You said you have your daughter as the GM.
No, my vice president.
Vice president.
My number 2.
My bad. My bad. Okay, she's watching. I'm sure she is. So she's getting mad already on me. How has it been, family business in cannabis? Has it been fun? You guys smoke together, I assume?
Well, not really, because my wife don't play. We've been married 22 years, and she doesn't want me consuming with the kids. She don't care what the kids do, but in that aspect, she wants me in the father figure role, and it's important.
So you guys consume separately?
Well, as a father, do you have kids yet?
No, I smoke a mild man though.
Okay,
all the time.
You're older now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So and the kids aren't on their own doing their own thing yet. You're building, you're doing.
I asked because I always wondered if you guys smoke something and go, no, we definitely aren't carrying that shit in the store. Shit.
We'll smoke together. She's got to smoke her joint. I have to smoke mine.
Oh yeah,
we can't pass it back and forth.
You see how I am. If they don't have a glass tip, I don't even want to smoke it. So I know how it is about having habit.
Oh yeah.
Stick to it. Tradition. What's been your favorite strain? And feel free to say the grow, man. Even if I don't like the grow, you can feel free to say
I'm going to tell you, my unicorn, that's what I call that motherfucker. My unicorn is my boy Tom over at Relief Solutions in Calcasas. That motherfucker.
Man, have you been there?
Yeah, well, I've been there. The guy who I have a bond, a relationship, and I'm thankful to have him in my corner. He's been consistent, loyal, and likewise on my end of the table, but he's my unicorn. We fuck around when we talk on FaceTime and we put his finger in his word and shit.
That's a hell of a drive. That's where I was getting it. I made the trip with my boss. Unfortunately, he talked me into going, and we smoked like an ounce, round trip. It was pretty cool. But it was. That is a drive, and it is cold as hell when you get up there. It is like real cold.
If I'd have known it was that fucking far, I'd have booked a room in Traverse City. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping that.
Where the fuck am I going? going. You know, you just plug in the addresses and navigation, you get smoking and talking and moving.
Hopefully in the future, blazecana will fly up there and you can just come with us on that.
Oh, motherfucker. Put me on the plane.
Sound like me now, bro. But yeah, so anyway, the grows in Michigan, mind-blowing, right? I mean, compared to where it was, like, I think about, like, when I first got my card, right, to, like, now. It's like, holy shit, dude. Like people had a couple, you know, lights in the basement to, like, fucking full warehouses, dude.
I was just at 1,000 light grow last night. Shit is just so amazing. You know what I mean? It's absolutely crazy, like you say, man. Because, you know, everybody I buy flower from, I do facility tours. I want to know where it's coming from. I like to look in there and know what's happening, so when people talk to me about it, I can talk about it.
Nicest facility you toured. Even if you haven't bought from them, even if they're too expensive, just the one that you went in and said, wow, this is like to the future shit. What one was that one for you?
Oh, son of a bitch. You know, to the future shit was, I think his name was Mark, and he had that tall pod growing system. I can't remember the name of his outfit. There's so many of them. You get confused and shit.
I like Golden Klein. I thought his shit was pretty
good. Golden Klein was phenomenal. Are you kidding me out more? Ooh. Their
gelato,
beautiful.
Gelato.
Gelato's fire, man.
Mimosa.
The mimosa.
Did you see he won? Did you see the leaf link list, Scott?
No, I did not.
Check this out, man. This is kind of cool.
Liam,
shout out to all these people, even if I don't really fuck with them. Shout out to them.
It's fucking phenomenal.
So, shout out to. All right, so. Number one for medical flower was Golden Klein for the cookies and cream. And it was funny, if you remember me and you were talking about that, that was like the first one we were talking about worth getting.
Yeah.
Was the cookies and cream. And they took first place. Second place was Pleasantries with the jet fuel gelato, which me and one of the homies that's here were actually blowing on that the entire time. Yeah, that shit's, you know, bought so much of that, it's unreal. So Redbud Roots, I've only tried a few things from them. It's been decent. It's just a little bit more expensive.
You know what? I thought I've talked to Matt over at Redbud Roots. He's pretty fucking cool. You know, we got something in the works over there.
So I was letting you know. Mitten wound up taking it on cartridges for first. MKX got second, and then third was Presto. I was like out of carts, and then this was all the medical. So, and then what did we get on AU? I know we wound up getting first on AU. Yeah, I was gonna show you, man. So, do you carry cloud cover?
I want to say we do.
So they got first with that white 99 on flower.
You know, I'm not really sure. You know,
it's funny, man.
In case I'm wrong, don't be mad at me.
North, I know you had some North. They had a good gelato for a while.
Yeah, I got North. We're dealing with Lizzie and them over there.
Yeah, and then we wound up getting it for concentrates, which I know you carry that stuff.
Oh, I said you moving fire. I
sent you more of that stuff.
Fuego, as they call that shit, motherfucker. Get it at Michigansfinest.
Yeah, Purple Teeth. This is actually the one right here that we wound up winning with.
So I'm in Lansing last night, and I go to my boy spot. Homegrown, shout out to Homegrown Dispensary. Yeah, Lansing.
Shout out to HG.
Oh yeah, man. Tom's a fucking beast over there. Love that motherfucker. And I'm in there and I see a fucking Fuego fucking pre-rolled joint. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's the one you were showing me.
Yeah, I bought one. We smoked that thing. I wanted to give that thing a little whirl. Liam was like, did you see that? I'm like, no, I didn't. Yeah, but so
we're talking about it. Don't worry, we're gonna have it at my finest real soon, aren't we?
We got to.
We got to. So the strawberry and cream one, I'm gonna send you one on me to make sure you try that. That's debatably in the top 5 best flower I've smoked in a pre-roll. Like the actual flavor, and I'm not saying the like high, the flavor is just fucking insane.
Really? Strawberry and what?
Strawberries and cream. It's from New Genetics, I want to say. My dude didn't look over. I was hoping he'd look over and say that's right, but you know how it is.
I don't. You dad? Good shit. Yeah, Dad, fire it up. But I'm gonna end up choking like a motherfucker for a minute.
Fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna do one back now since you did one, man.
Fire it up. Good growth has been a lot of them. Pure Options was nice.
Pure Options out here is a very nice.
I tell you what,
they got some nice ass flower, dude.
Great job over there. Phenomenal guy. Beautiful fucking grow. All of them, top to bottom. I went through that facility.
What you think of that Live Well grow?
Live Well, you know, I did lots of Live Well. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
Making their own water.
Yeah, I was very.
You can't tell me
I
that
went there to see what the fuck it was. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And they're on their own fucking power grid, man. You know, I was very impressed with the facility. I mean, their own power, 210,000 square feet, own power grid, self-sufficient running. Like, fuck with me. You know. But there's a market for how they're doing it, and a great team over there, and I mean, some of their product as well. Truth is truth. We're out there dabbling with everything and seeing what does what. The consumers are the true judges about what we buy consistently. What we buy once is a one-off. It's just something you're trying. It's all based on what they want, because we talk to our people. They interact. Hey, man, we really like this. You ask, what was my unicorn? I get white mold from him, spike punch, garlic juice, Calcasco. He's phenomenal, and it's consistent. And what we've done is we've built a consistent clientele base that comes after it. We got the Josie Wales as well that we're pushing out.
Yeah, I just dropped that 2 by Fuego.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, concentrate for him.
Right. People love the Josie Wales, man. It's been a phenomenal product for us. Harambe's killing it. It's another great grow.
So the Cannabis Cup's approaching. People are starting to get ready for entries. Who do you think is going to place in edibles? Top 3. I told you I was going to ask you some questions that were going to be a little tricky.
Top 3, not placing them in order.
Yeah, no, of course not. I would not ask you to do that.
I'm going to say Fuego, MKX.
I'll also answer back to make it fair.
No, that's fair. Fuego, MKX, Cushy Punch.
Cushy Punch. I wouldn't have went. Okay, so I would agree on 2 of those. For my 3rd one, I actually would have went Dixie. I think Dixie has good flavor. I think it's going to be a debatable toss-up, because you got to remember, with an I times cup, they don't see price. There's,
Yeah, see, and here's a problem with me with that question that you posed on me.
You haven't done it.
No, I'm not having to do a cup. I don't need any of the gummies. I told you, kids got no self-control. So I don't do them.
Okay, same
So
question.
I based that based on numbers.
Flower. Top, and like I said, no order. Just 3 grows that, assuming they enter, you think would be able to take a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd.
Wow. Real Leaf Solutions out of Calcasco. I'm gonna say Heavy Hitters is doing a nice thing over there.
That's the heavyweight heads, guys.
Yeah, the heavyweight heads.
Okay, just making sure people know who we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And you can even say your people on the lighter. I mean, you can say whoever you want, man. Anyone that you've had some fire from. Doesn't have to be people.
I'll be honest. Well, Sozo, who's on the lighter, they are got some consistent fire for me. So shout out to my boy Brandon out there. But I was very impressed with that Pure Options tour that I just took recently, because I really don't like to buy until I walk through.
Pure Options got some fire.
I'll be honest. Sam was very impressive.
I think that's a fair 3 to say. And then let's go concentrates.
Wow, motherfucker.
I told you it was gonna be fun. I didn't explain in what way. Oh, don't worry, I got another category I just thought of too.
I'm gonna ask you some fucking questions too.
Sure.
You should be answering these same questions that you're asking, bro.
Okay, so for flower, I would have went Golden Kind. I would have went Pure Options.
See?
And I would have shot this one in the dark, and I would have went with.
I love Golden Kind, man. I want to change mine. Add it to my list.
No, I have to look at my phone for the other one.
I'm smoking. I feel pressured and shit.
And I would
never done this.
And I actually would go with North, as much as I'm not a huge fan of them, if they enter the gelato, because I think that could definitely score. I think that's some fire.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
I'd like to see Golden Kind win it. I mean, I'll say straight up who I want to see win it, but you know who else I wouldn't mind seeing get a W is Morenci Brothers. It would be pretty cool to see the homies from Morenci get a win.
That would be sweet.
Their Slurricane is pretty fire.
Slurricane is fire.
So concentrates, you're not getting out of it. So we're not going to change the topic and forget about it.
Fuck. Well, statistically speaking, I normally don't dabble in the concentrates for myself. I'll partake if available, and pushed out there. Fuck it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
But let's see. Wildfire does great for me. Pyramid and. I'm gonna say True North.
True North 5-star, not a bad lineup. So I think on that one, I'll answer that back. I think the Blue Diamonds will take first place with no question. I don't even think it'll be a competition.
Yeah, well,
And that's just my opinion on that. I think second place will be Antidote, and then because Antidote's going to drop some crazy shit here real soon. And then I don't know how third will be. I would, and it's crazy to say this. I think those Cannalicious could wind up getting a place. They're expensive, but they have very good flavor.
And they're
it's
consistent.
just expensive. You know who else actually has some decent wax that I've been fucking with is Pleasantries. And it's not, because the nice thing is the cups are always done solventless and non-solventless. So same question. Do you carry non-solventless stuff?
Yes. I wish Liam was here to field these fucking questions.
You should have brought him. Now someone's got to work.
Yeah. Truth is truth, family out. I had to leave some of the family behind, Next time, for sure.
Some of them got to work. No, so with non-solventless, I would personally think Pleasantries would score well. They've done their products good well. 6 Labs.
They do well with them.
Good product.
6 Labs is great as well.
And then there's one other rosin company. I cannot think of their name. Oh well. Your thought process, your connection, and your knowledge of things coming and hitting, is way better than mine. So, favorite way for you to medicate use? You said smoke.
Yes.
That's what you enjoy. How to get down. Did you ever like the vapors, the vaporizers?
I like them when I'm traveling.
When you're traveling.
Yeah. Per se at home, no, it's not my go-to. I mean, I'll hit it, but it's not my thing.
You know what a funny new product. It's not funny. It actually works great. I thought it was pretty cool. Did you see the toothpicks that MK?
Oh yeah, man. They've been banging at the store.
Dude, it's funny you say that, man.
People like those toothpicks.
Everyone I talked to,
it's fucking weird.
They said it works, and it's
it
like
does
if
work.
it works, dude. I thought that was crappy. I like crappy stuff. That's why we did the infused flower. It was to do something different. Everybody's doing like the gummies. That's why we did 40 milligrams. It's just people need to try to be different. You know what I mean? There's nothing cooler than being different.
I tell you what, that was very creative of Mike Berry and his team over there when they did the toothpicks. I have a retired police officer that works for me, and he tried the toothpicks on a podcast he's got called From Cop to Crop. He's phenomenal, man. I love this guy, man. Matt Bobby is the shit. I've known him for decades. I've always been a great guy, man who does his job. He don't make the rules, he does his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but a loyal person, great to have him in my life. But he's hilarious, because he was a cop his whole life. He was anti-fucking pot. Now he's retired. He's pro cannabis and marijuana. It's phenomenal. We talk about it and shit. I'm like, oh man, I go, man, how does it feel? Like I got him to hold 5 pounds one time, and he was so nervous because I went up to post it on Facebook. I had a guy.
It goes back to like we were talking about, man. The perception from 20 years ago to now is just so different, man. Like just how far it's came along. You know what I mean?
Huge.
I'm sure a lot of people never thought it would be where it is, and it's interesting to think about where it'll be in 5 years from now.
I look forward to it, honestly. I think it's good for all involved, top to bottom.
It's cool to see more cities come on. The thing I think I'm most excited for like, besides like waking up and getting to drive dope sports cars now.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
And
I'd say it must be deciding which chain to wear, but he wears them all, man. I love those motherfuckers.
I'll wait to see the Blaze one coming, bro. But no, for real, my favorite thing that I wake up and like have thoughts about, can't wait to see is the consumption lounges. I feel like that's really going to be the next stage for all of us. Because, I think back to the Cannabis Cups, the events that we used to have, and everybody come get together, smoke, and it was that to me is what all of this shit was really about. So if we have a structure events where the state would actually leave us alone, it'd be like your bar, man. A place that people are able to go and just
are you kidding me?
Relax.
It's well overdue. Not just the consumption lounge, but I'd like to see more marijuana events. Tell me a concert. A concert you haven't been to that people aren't smoking weed.
There is not any good concerts. If they're not smoking weed, it's not a good concert.
No, but I'm just saying.
Any
concert I've been to, there's always fucking smoking going on while it's happening. But the problem is people have got to do it in fear. Why the fuck do we got to do it in fear? It's legal.
But it would just be cool to see a place. And I know some are in the works, and I'm not going to say them because I promised I wouldn't. But there's people that I know that are in the works of making it happen. And I just hope those people come through because
You
once
and I both.
one person
You and I
gets
both.
through,
Let me
bro,
know. I want to get in.
bro, you know I'll be there. It'll just be cool because you know, alcohol gets bars. Even tobacco, like cigar places, they get cigar lounges. So it's only right that we eventually get our places to like be able to socialize and hang out. And I just hope more towns will be open to it. I don't know how Wayne is. Hopefully, maybe Wayne will be open to it.
No,
He says no. I didn't even get the words out of my mouth.
I wish they were. I mean, as people, not only myself but others in this room, no, Wayne's not open to it.
He says fucking
But,
politely fuck
no. I do know friends that are in the process of opening one, but they're a little far out, so I can't wait to go out and visit them. But I wish it was more closer for me. So.
I know some ones that are close, dude. But like you said, it's just a matter of will it really, we've heard it a million times, and I believe these people. But it's just a matter of how long will it really take, and how will that structure look? Because have you ever been to any of them? Have you been to Vegas and been to New World?
No.
So
I'll be honest with you, man. I've never been anywhere in the world that there wasn't cannabis consumption going on.
I thought that was a smoke alarm.
Yeah, we done set it off in this motherfucker.
Well, Scott, I really do appreciate you coming out, man.
Man, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you having me out here.
Anytime, man. Big shout out to blazecana, Antidote, Fuego, Hype, all the brands affiliated. MI's Finest, of course. If you have not been there, please go out, check them out. 18 plus with a medical card, 21 plus with ID.
Correct. We're recreational, the first recreational location in Wayne.
First one, go see the homies in Wayne.
Appreciate you all. Much
MI
respect.
Finest.
Thank you.